Welcome to Osceola, a step forward into yesteryear. Old times here are not forgotten could be a refrain sung by Osceola's history-haunted residents. On the eve of the 150th anniversary of General Jim Lane and his Kansas Jayhawkers raid that destroyed the town, the city council passed the sarcastic resolution. The Civil War still shapes local memory. I grew up here, and it is all I heard about when I was attending grade school and high school, said Mayor Larry Hutsler. Everyone knew who was responsible. Resolution. On this day, the city of Osceola, after hearing all of the evidence and for good cause shown, finds the following. 1. That on September 21st through the 23rd, 1861, a group of domestic terrorists referred to as the Jayhawkers sacked the city of Osceola, St. Clair County, Missouri, and burned all but 4 or 5 of the city's buildings to the ground. 2. That on or around that date, 12 citizens of Osceola, St. Clair County, Missouri, were executed by said terrorist group. 3. That the above-mentioned occurrence eventually led to William Quantrill's raid on Lawrence, Kansas, as Missourians had no choice but to defend themselves from the murderous attacks perpetrated by the Jayhawkers, led by Jim Lane and James Montgomery. 4. That when the University of Kansas fielded its football team in 1890, it referred to the team as the Jayhawkers, an obvious celebration of the above-named terrorist group. This term was eventually shortened to Jayhawks, a name which has since been officially adopted by the University of Kansas as the mascot for all its sports teams. 5. That the present-day Jayhawks, KU alumni, citizens of the state of Kansas et al. Have willfully, wantonly, and recklessly disregarded the above-mentioned occurrence when discussing the roots of the border war, which currently existed between the University of Missouri Tigers and the University of Kansas Jayhawks. 6. Whereas the Civil War Trust Summer 2011 issue of Hallowed Ground, published by the National Park Services, does hereby acknowledge that partisan forces led by Jim Lane raided and sacked the town of Osceola, Missouri, executing 9 men after a hastily arranged court-martial. It is therefore resolved that the city of Osceola, Missouri, by and through its citizens, officially condemns the celebration of this murderous gang of terrorists by an institution of higher learning in such a brazen and malicious manner. It is further resolved that the citizens of the city of Osceola, Missouri request the University of Missouri to educate the above-named defendants on the full historical origins of the border war. It is further resolved that no citizen of the city of Osceola or the alumni of the University of Missouri shall ever capitalize the K in Kansas or KU, as neither is a proper name or a proper place. Larry Hutsler, Mayor. This unreconstructed rebel resolution was widely reprinted and stirred up a round of partisan response, but no bloodshed. There had been an earlier response to Jim Lane's burning of Osceola. On August 21, 1863, Lawrence, Kansas, Jim Lane's hometown, was attacked by a force of bushwhackers led by William Quantrill. His motivation, he said, was to plunder and destroy the town in retaliation for Osceola. As many as 200 men and boys were executed, but then Senator James H. Lane, who had led the raid on Osceola, escaped into a cornfield. For more on the Osage River and its contentious conversion into reservoirs, read Damming the Osage. This 304-page book with 435 color illustrations is available postage paid at www.dammingtheosage.com.